Park, New York. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Houston Texans and the Buffalo Bills. On the visitor's sideline, you get a look at the head coach of the Texans. His guys are 3-2 here in the early part of the season. On the other side, the Bills head coach. His team fell on the road last week trying to turn things around in front of the home folks here. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson set to get this one started. And off we go in Western New York. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
As you watch the tape from last week, it really just came down to decision-making. Just too often he made the wrong throw, the wrong read, the wrong decision, and ended up costing his team pretty heavily. So it gets back to the basics. Just trust your eyes. Take what the defense is giving you. You don't have to force things. As the game goes on, those opportunities to attack, they'll present themselves.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10.
Lassiter on the coverage.
Back to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. Led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even-keeled. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
He finds a man downfield. It's Felton. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Gain of 19 yards.
A pickup there of 19 yards. First down for Houston.
1st and 10 at the 30.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6. From the 46. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
Here's a first carry for their running back, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He was tackled.
3rd down and 3.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun, here's Stroud. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down. The Texans set to punt this one away. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Bills offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he continues to show off his ability to run with the football when the situation calls for it. He is the NFL's leader in rush yards at the quarterback position. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Kamari and Lassiter there on the stop.
A gain of 2.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
Well, as they face this possible 3-and-out following that second down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the...
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's the punter now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Texans offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. On play action, Stroud. He'll air it out down the middle. And he will score. Touchdown, Houston. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
The kick is good. Makes the score Texans 7, Bills nothing.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This is fielded inside the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Bills offense ready to see what they can do. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
He'll drop to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Bills first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
23 yards on that pass play. First down, Buffalo. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up 3rd down.
To number 15. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Throwing now from the gun. A throw on the move is caught. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
1st and goal
pick up a gain of 18. And it sets up 1st and goal.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway. I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself 1st and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown here.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. This defense holding tight. Now from the 3-yard line, they'll try to stop 3rd and goal.
Motion, motion, motion.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
That 3rd down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's 3rd down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now? Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Handoff here, up the middle. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this.
And the rush gets home. Hill goes down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
And to be taken down with the 1st down as time will run out on this opening quarter. So after 1, 7-3 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. The Bills with it to start quarter number 2. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. From the 41, here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw today, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
That's made right side. It's Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. Quick throw here is complete. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
2nd and 2 at the 14-yard line.
Now a give up the middle. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. It's his third touchdown catch this year.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Makes the score Bills 10, Texans 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but the wheels as well. The NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. They'll look to set up the screen here. Down the left sideline. And they will finally run him down. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
A gain of 40 yards.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That is taken in by Felton. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down, Stroud. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 4.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They tracked him down behind the line. And it's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
That one is good. And the Texans will level the score at 10 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
From the 6, here comes a return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And open downfield, it's Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now, faking the give. Comeback route, and he's got it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now a give on the ground. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They've got it at the 8, 1st down and goal. Back to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
He'll turn and hand this one off. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Bills. Good drive. They kept the ball Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Bills go up by 7. It is now 17-10.
Texans 10.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Texans offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
1st down, Houston.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Stroud going to set up the throw. Looking middle, and it's complete to Felton. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming.
4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
The Texans going to turn things over to their field goal unit. This one from just under 50 yards. And this is blocked.
In this situation, Mike, every coach on the sideline is yelling, watch the ball, watch the ball. So this is a gutsy move defensively to sell out and go for that block. Remember, if he times this jump wrong, that's a 1st down.
The Bills offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's into traffic, but taken in.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one knocked away, and incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time. When you're around the ball on defense, good things are going to happen. And this is a great example. He's not able to secure the interception, but the next best thing is he gets his hand on the ball, and it falls harmlessly incomplete.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. There's that man again, another catch. And he'll get about 8 on that one, of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. They'll look to throw again. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bills going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Week 6 is here, starting to get a little bit of a sense who the contenders are and who the pretenders are. Let's hop in. Our trip around the NFL starts now with a good matchup in the AFC. And this is the Steelers quarterback, part of a big game for him.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. Now a hit, and he lost the football. But this is taken in by a teammate. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And, oh, they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain. This one caught by Felton. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down.
A 4-yard gain.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere.
19-yard line.
The Bills offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 2 nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one.
7-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They keep beating him. 15 more on the ground. And another first down. A handoff as they try to run it here. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Now this time they'll look to throw. He keeps it himself. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. They get 24 on that one. Good for a Bills first down.
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense, because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns them with big yardage.
And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
Goal at the 1-yard line.
Here's a run, and he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. He'll drop to throw. The pressure is too much, and he goes down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
He'll try and get there on the ground. Touchdown, Buffalo. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Makes the score Bills 27, Texans 10.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Texans offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. To throw is Stroud. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's Stroud. Quickly to the outside and complete. 3rd down, they need 5.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Forced out left. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, But when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
The Texans getting all set to punt, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The Bills offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive. It's first down, and they'll run. And he's able to fight through one tackle here and pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw. Now he's free at the 35. And he's going to be brought down. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Texans' 31.
Here's a run going left.
Number 20, the ball carrier.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
They're trying to hit him with a screen. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
to throw, it's Stroud. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Downfield, got it, and he's got it.
And the Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. This is caught down that right sideline. They're going to have it 1st and goal. He'll be out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Now, Stroud. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and goal.
Here's Stroud. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. You get paid to make the difficult catches, and I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points. To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Start on the ground, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Second and 5.
Brings up second and 5.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to pick up a first down. Nice run to the 18-yard line.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Running right. And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline. From the 22 now, here's second and 6. Now, faking the give. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. 14 yards on that pass play there. First down, Buffalo.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. On the ground they go, and he'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
They'll stick with him again. They'll come up here, first and 10.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Handoff here, up the middle. Now they are in business, inside the 15-yard line. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Second and inches.
It's second and inches at the 4-yard line.
Now a give up the middle, and nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
But after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
Third and a yard. He'll run the sneak. And he's going to have the first down. Just as the marker, it is first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll give on the ground, and they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Now it is first and goal. Back to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. Here now, second down and goal.
A gain of 13 brings up second and goal.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Bills. That is first touchdown this year. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
The extra point is good, and the Bills will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Texans offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll do so with first and 10. Stroud gonna tuck this one on the zone read. And he'll take this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
From the gun, here's Stroud. A little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Stroud to throw here on first down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Brings up second.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. We'll go 3 tight ends here on first and 10.
Gain of 11 on the play. First down, Texans.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12. At the Bills' 39-yard
So
line.
2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Throwing on second down. Stroud. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Over the middle and take it in. He's got it. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Back to throw. Stroud. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. So it's a win here for the Bills. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory.